You guys seem to really enjoy the last tier list we did that, and even seem to enjoy the last one before that one. So I decided might as well do another one. Someone suggested that we did all the weapons in Shinobi Striker. That one's going to take some time. So for right now, we're just going to do the items in Shinobi Striker, such as blast tags, paralyzed tags, all the ninja tools. So let's get into it, and make sure you guys drop a like on these videos and subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss a video or a tier list.
I lost gang numbers, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back fool. Come from nothing, but I blossom to a tycoon. Betrayal scars, can't stop thinking.
The first item we're going to discuss is the Blast Bomb, which you get from defenses. Now, before the nerf, Blast Bomb was the meta for defenses. It absolutely beat the heck out of anybody trying to get a base or a flag, or overall in combat, it was your finisher. Now listen, Blast Bombs are pretty good. I'm going to throw it in B. It is not as good as it used to be, but we're going to rank them over time and not what they are right now, just from point A to point B, not where they are right now, just to put a preface it. Next up, we have the healer item that is called Halloween Candy, which obviously we got during Halloween. Now this is a heal over time technique. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in all right, just due to the fact that it's just nothing crazy about it. It does what it's supposed to do. It heals you over time, but sometimes I think you need a burst heal, but that's just my opinion. Comment what you guys think about the Halloween Candy, and I'll think about moving it up. Next up, we do have the ninja tool that does a shadow clone. Now recently this did get a buff. I'm not a big fan about it. I think it's okay. It's a cool idea, so I'm gonna throw it in all right. It's nothing too crazy about it. It does what it's supposed to do. Honestly, I don't use it, but I know some people like it, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. You're just getting a clone back. It's really not that great. And I mean, if you like it, cool. I don't, so I'm gonna throw it in all right. Next up, we have the first pill on the list, the Raging God Medicine, which does boost your attack and heal you. I think this is an all right pill. It doesn't really do anything especially important for right now in Shinobi Striker. I think with the right stuff, you can make this pretty good or even great, but by itself, I think it's an all right pill. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you messing with the Raging God Medicine, or are you even messing with the pills at all? Next up, we have the Demon Wind Shuriken. Now, Demon Wind Shuriken is a great ninja tool, but listen, the reason why it's not an overpowered is because it does have some drawbacks. Honestly, I would put it in good, but I know some of you guys ride or die with Demon Wind Shuriken. Adamantium Demon Wind Shuriken, also the Mage Ray, and all the different colored variations. We're not going to put all those in here because they all do basically the same thing. But listen, I think the Demon Wind Shuriken is great, especially if you do that ninja tool cooldown. You can literally spray and pray the Demon Wind Shuriken. Honestly, I love the Demon Wind Shuriken. I've said Demon Wind Shuriken like 7 times, but you can throw it. You can get like 9 or 10 hits on it. It's really great. Next up, we have the first scientific ninja tool that we have, and this one is the Earth Style. I think Earth Style is definitely going to be in good. I would like to put it in great, but the reason why I'm not going to put it in great because it is a tad bit slow and the cooldown time isn't that fast, but the damage is just too good not to put it higher than good. But we're going to leave it for good right now. We may change it later down in the video. Listen, next up we have the Fire tool, which is a scientific ninja tool, which you can get in the store on rotation on occasion. All these will be in the rotation unless they're already presetted. So if you guys are asking where do I get this or that, honestly, just wait for the store rotation. It does take a while, but it does happen. Next, we're just going to put this in good. This thing breaks guard, it breaks water pillar, it breaks sand shields. Honestly, it's pretty good. The damage isn't that great, but the other perks are pretty cool, and you can make some pretty fire builds with it. The next ninja tool that we have is the Flash Pill. Honestly, a huge fan of the Flash Pill. I think everybody who's a Shinobi Striker content creator definitely made a build video with Flash Pill, especially with those Shikigami wings where you can get it over and over and over again. It gives you the swift step boost. It makes you super fast. You look like Sonic the Hedgehog in Shinobi Strikers. It overall just heals you. It does a lot of great things. The cooldown is a little slow, so that's why it's not an overpowered, but honestly, it could be how good it is. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the best pill in Shinobi Striker? Next, we have the range ninja tool, the Senbon. I think I'm gonna put Senbon in good. You only get 3 of these, but the damage is pretty good, especially with ninja tool damage boost. I like that a lot, but it does have its drawbacks. It does make people fall during the combo, especially at the 3rd hit. Overall, I love it, but I don't think it's great or overpowered. Overall, I just think it's a good ninja tool. Next up, we do have the Valentine Cookie. Now, the only thing I don't like about the Valentine Cookie, it does the same thing as the Halloween Candy. It's a heal over time, and it gives you a heart animation. That's why there's 2. Overall, it's just basically the same thing as the Halloween Candy. It does the same thing, but a different animation, so I had to put it on here. I'm gonna put it in all right. Some people ride with it, some people don't. I'm not one of those people, but hey, it is what it is. Next up, we have the Super Tough Medicine medicine, which I think is great on defenses, so I'm gonna put that in good. I think it's better than the Raging God just based on the defense boost is really important. Shinobi Striker attack boost isn't really noticeable, but the defense boost on the super tough medicine is completely noticeable. Next, we have the attackers Kunai. I'm gonna put that in good because again, they're basically the Senbon, but for attackers, and you get 4 Kunais, but it does basically the same thing as the Senbon. It's a little bit slower, I think. I haven't tested that hypothesis, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you rocking with the Kunais more or the Senbon for range? Let me know. Next, we have the Blast Tag. I'm gonna throw that in great. Now listen, it could be an overpowered, but the only thing it's not is, listen, you can dash out of it. There's a way to get out of the Blast Tag. All you gotta do is backflip or dash or use Uchiha Shuriken at the right time. There's a lot of ways that you can get out of the Blast Tag and get rid of negative status elements and stuff like that. I'm gonna throw that in great. It does have great damage, especially when you boost the ninja tool damage, and overall it does have a quick turnaround, but you only do get 1. That's a drawback as well, so we're gonna throw that in great, and I think we'll be okay on that one. Next up, we have the Paralysis Kunai. I'm gonna throw that in good. I think it's the same as Kunai in the sense of skill. I think a lot of people do run this, and I do respect people who do that. Stop your enemy and then set up combos, and I respect that, but it does have its drawbacks. It's not really doing any damage. It doesn't really give a boost. Just keep somebody still. I know a lot of people rock with this, and good is not bad, guys. Good is actually pretty good. It's pretty high on there. If you get a B on a test, you're doing okay. Maybe it's not an A, or you get an A+, but listen, B is still pretty good, guys. Next, we have the Master of Medicine. A lot of people aren't rocking with this, which I do not understand. It does give you super armor. It does heal you. There's a lot of good things. I like the super armor. I don't really like super armor on healers. I think they do need to drop to the floor and get flat back, but on defenses, super armor is life. And hey, it may not do damage, but it does give you that super armor, and I put it in good. I think it's on the same level as super tough medicine, and I think it's better than the Raging God medicine. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, next we have the most underrated defense item in the game, ninja tool, whatever you want to call it. I would love to put this in great, but it does just sit there, so I'm gonna throw it in good. Actually, you know what, we could throw this, you know what, we're gonna throw it in great. A lot of people don't use this anymore, but they're so good. They set up one shots just like this. You can do a lot of different things with the Blast Tags to come up with some funny stuff that you can do with this stuff, and you can protect a base, you can protect a flag with it. Overall, very underrated in Shinobi Striker right now. Check out some Blast Tags. Honestly, you guys will not be disappointed. Listen, if you are a fan of the fake out, I deeply apologize. I'm about to trash it up, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. These, I don't understand why they're in the game. They don't really make sense. Some people rock with these. I'm not one of those people. I might be a tad bit biased, but it is my tier list. But listen, guys, I think the fake out is kind of stupid. It doesn't really make sense to put them in the game. They don't really do anything. They don't even make sense in the Naruto universe. Nobody really used those. Let me know what you guys down in the comments below. Am I, underrating these by putting them in below average? I don't know. I think they might even be an F tier, but I might save that for a different one. What we have next is the healing tag from Healer. Guys, I came in there like a hurricane. I'm sorry, that was so loud. All right, listen, healing tag is definitely going to be in great. Healing tags literally can heal you from afar. It's a burst heal. Overall, just pretty good. There's no setbacks. Really, the range isn't that great to make it overpowered. The heal isn't that great to make it overpowered, but great is very understandable. It does what it's supposed to do. It's in almost every single build video for healers, unless you're running the cookie or the Halloween candy, and why would you do that? Or if you're running something that requires kunai or blast tag, but beside the point, heal tag is the way to go. Next up, we have the Paralysis Steel, which you can get from healers. Honestly, a pretty good ninja tool. I think a lot of people actually may be mad at me and commenting down below. Good, are you crazy? This is overpowered. This is great. It used to be meta in season 1 and 2 before they fixed the heal tag where you could only throw it on the ground and people had to walk through it, kind of like that Sarada jutsu that nobody should use ever. It's trash, just like Palm Sage, but that's a different video. Listen, guys, I think the Paralysis Steel is really good. If you use it well, you're a pro. It seals you. It makes you hard knock. It does a lot of great things, but it does have its drawback. Use this instead of unless blah, 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 blah. Listen, I understand the argument. It's good. Again, B is good. If you get a B on a test, that's okay. That's pretty good, guys. Come on, guys. Next up, we have the Paralysis Tag. Golly, I cannot say my S's today, but listen, Paralysis Tag definitely is either great or good. I think we can throw it in great. A lot of the tags are in great. That's kind of weird, but Paralysis Tag, if you have Renegon Switch, or even if you just do a simple little square stun, or on the Xbox, what is that, an X? Yeah, sorry, I had to look at my controller real quick. If you just do that and just throw it down as you square stun them, or whatever stun them in general, you can, stun them real quick, and then they have that debuff, which comes with the restriction damage, blah, blah, blah. I think it's pretty great. Overall, it sets up a lot of combos. Really good idea in Shinobi Striker. Next up, we have the Fat Boy Tag. No, I'm joking. This is the heavy tag that healers have, and other, I think, techniques or other classes. What are techniques? Come on, HD. You're falling apart here. I'm gonna throw this in all right. Not a lot of people are using these. I almost put them in good, but they're kind of funny to use, but not really, you know, why would you use these in an actual game? You know what I'm saying? But they are funny for some funny builds, for some funny moments in Shinobi Strikers. I think it's all right. You could arguably put them in below average or even trash, but they're just too funny to see people kind of like try to hop around as they're heavy. Overall makes me laugh. Next up, we have one of the few ninja tools here that is from a DLC. It might be the only one if I'm familiar. This one is from the Adult Naruto DLC. We're gonna throw that in great because of the one-shot capabilities, aka one-shot. You're gonna get like 10 hits with this ninja tool, which helps you boost your secret technique. Also does a credible amount of damage. Also has that Rasengan negative status element, so check that out. The negative status element for Rasengan is to slow the attack speed and blah 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 blah. I think it also slows the movement speed. You guys get the drill. I think it's in great. There's not really any drawbacks. It sometimes misses, but this has a great combo capability with other stuff. Next up, we have Purple Lightning. Now this is definitely the most overpowered ninja tool in Shinobi Striker history and will be for a while. I think this is ridiculously overpowered. I think the super armor, the damage, the one-shot capabilities are just too much to ignore here, especially with healer. That's crazy with the Shadow Stitch and Purple Lightning. I think overpowered is fine for Purple Lightning. Next up, we have the Glimmering Flame tool. Listen, do you guys remember when this used to pitfall people? I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in good while we talk about it and why it is good, but it used to pitfall people. People used to universal pull and you go right through the ring of fire and make them fall. Even I have a build video about how people did it and how to counter and stuff like that. All you had to do is dash the universal pull and you'd be okay. But listen, now that's not a thing anymore, but it still has a buff to it while taking a nerf that it doesn't really stun you and make you pitfall anymore. But listen, the buff to it makes a negative status element to your opponent that literally nerfs the heck out of their defense for one shots or just great combos. I highly recommend you try this out. The only reason it is only in good, it is incredibly slow and has a long cooldown for the next ninja tool. All right, next up we have the Smoke Bomb. Listen, everybody's been awesome knuckle knifed with smoke bombs. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. Everybody's been hit with a smoke bomb that has extended their combos and you're just sitting there like a sitting duck. We've all been there, guys. I've been there. I've been combo locked. We get it. Listen, it's good. And the reason why it's only good is because of the way it can miss and you always have to set up the combo. You have to always have the stun animation. You can't just throw it out there and try to hope to hit because most likely you're gonna miss. Guys, that's why it's in good. Good is still is good, guys. It's not great. It's not all right. It's good. It's B. If you get a B on a test, you're doing swell. The Poisonous Smoke Bomb, I'm not really messing with, and that's just a biased opinion. I don't like them as much. They don't really do anything. Honestly, they're basically the same thing as a smoke bomb, except you get a poison. I don't really like it. I don't see the point of them. You know, it's just me. It might be a personal preference. It may be because I've been hit by them before. But anyways, I'm going to throw them in all right. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Am I being unfair? Probably. There's probably not even going to be an example of this just because I hate them so much. The Snow Ornament is toxic. It can make you pitfall. It incredibly makes you slow. The buff to it is ridiculous. We're going to go ahead and throw that in good. Now, if you see Nappy G running this, go ahead and go the other way. My man Nappy G is just too good with the Snow Ornament to run the other way. But Snow Ornament definitely is good. It has its negative, you know, drawbacks to it, so that's why it's going to be in good. It's not in great, it's not overpowered, but hey, it's pretty dang good. Now this is the Summertime Float. We're gonna throw that in good, and you're like, whoa, that's the same thing as Demon One Shuriken. No, it's not, because this overpowers Demon One Shurikens. It's a tad bit slower and it hits you a little bit harder, and it has a cool water animation, but that slower makes it easier to dodge. Even the animation's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give the edge to Demon One Shuriken overall because it's faster and it'll catch you off guard. All right, next we have the Lightning tool. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in good. You can pitfall with the Lightning tool. It does reset, you know, combos. The only thing drawback, it does miss sometimes if you're in the air, and if you do get that stun animation, it's not that long. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that in good. It is the meta right now for defenses and scrims and stuff like that. A lot of people use Blast Bomb still, but I'm gonna rock with that, you know, the Lightning tool, just because it's pretty cool. Next up, we have the Crimson Star, which I'm going to have to throw in overpowered. Crimson Star has many hits. It leaves you in a, you know, a genjutsu of just being hit over and over and over again. Sets up Kirin, sets up things that you necessarily need to keep them still to hit them, especially that range ult with the fire. Guys, this ninja tool is broken, especially with Lightning Net, especially with Shikigami, especially with Amaterasu. All these jutsus that reset combos will allow you to just keep going in. And as soon as it comes back, you can still get hit back because you're basically grabbing it. It's basically just like a boomerang effect. Really great. There's no real drawbacks other than the range is not that long, but still you get it back so quickly you can just throw another one. Some people really rock with the water tool. I'm one of those people, but I understand that I could be a tad bit biased here. The water tool does have its limitations. If they do get hit by the water tool, it does reset their jutsus. And I think their substitutions, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below, nicely, keyword is nicely. Some of y'all be a tad bit toxic thinking you're smart. Listen guys, hey, relax, okay? It's just Shinobi strike rates. No reason to be toxic. Listen, the ninja tool is okay, it does its thing. If you get hit by those, it does reset some things and it does a little bit of damage, especially if that ninja tool boosts. If you guys checked out my toxic healer build that I did with this, it's overpowered, especially with shadow stitching, and those combos look great. Guys, next one is the wind tool. I don't know where to put it, so I'm gonna put it in all right, and I'll tell you why. Listen, it has its cool things about it. It throws people up in the air, but I feel like you need some things to set it up correctly and make people hit. Haha. Listen guys, like I'm gonna hit your stepmom. Anyways, essentially, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, not like disrespectfully, open hand, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, the wind tool is basically smacking you upside the head and saying good cut G, and that's really all it is. It's really just fun in games, but you definitely need to set it up correctly for it to hit. I'm looking back at this and I'm saying, hey, this tier list is actually pretty good for all the ninja tools. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below if I should, you know, adjust some things. I think the Glimmering Flame tool could be moved up to great or 8 or great. Goodness gracious, HD English class. All right, rock tool also could be moved up to great, but it is slow. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.